The Skye Trail, a challenging unofficial route aimed at experienced hill walkers, takes in some of the very finest landscapes on this celebrated island, and indeed in the whole of the UK. The route follows much of the amazing Torrin Ridge and later passes beneath the very shadow of the Cuillin. Other sections follow remarkable coastal cliffs, taking steep trails above high drops and past isolated locks and bays. Right, day 4, just left the campsite and I'm heading back down to Portree. Weather-wise, this has got to be the best it's been so far. Blue skies, glorious sunshine. I mean, to be fair, I've not had really bad weather at all. In 4 days, I've had the raincoat on, well, needed to put it on for a grand total of probably 40 minutes or something, so amazing. This stage, I'm gonna go to Sligachan, the hotel. There's a campsite there. I don't think I'll be staying there. One night on a campsite's been enough. I've had a bit of a wash up. Yada yada yada, done a bit of admin. So yeah, I'll go to the hotel and then probably push on into the Glen and wild camp somewhere. Not sure how far yet. The only issue I've got with doing that is the midge. Not really seen them yet, but that does seem to be a bad place for it. So anyway, I'll bash on and I'll come back to you in a bit. FYI, if you've left Portree and you've forgotten something or you need something else, there's a little petrol station there on the edge of town that sells all sorts, including these really cool shades, $5.99. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything after that now until we get to Sligachan. So yeah, like I said, FYI. This section here, a little bit wet and a little bit slippy. I've just come off the slippy boggy path there, over this bridge onto a road. So presumably this is the long roadwalk section. Not sure how long for, 6 miles maybe. So yeah, this should be fun. This is a minor road, but there has been quite a few cars passing through still. So you do need to keep your wits about you. I mean, that one actually slowed down, most of them just whizzed through. So yeah, be careful, especially on blind corners. Well, I was kind of expecting this section to really irritate my feet, but not at all. Feel absolutely fine. And that's the beauty of trail runners, isn't it? You can use them on all sorts of different terrain. So like West Highland Way, a lot of that is just walking on gravel paths. I really can't understand at all why people would wear hiking boots. I noticed in the campsite this morning in the laundry room that all the hiking boots were there drying out. Trail runners left them outside the tent, soaking wet, bone dry this morning. They were wet walking over that first boggy section. They're dry again already, so I would never ever consider using anything other than trail runners for stuff like this. It is a bit tedious, this section, as you can imagine. And when I'd read about the trail, I did actually question why you'd bother with it. You know, you could just get a bus from Portree to Sligachan, save yourself 6 hours or whatever it is. I don't know, and go and have a wild camp up one of the hills or something. But anyway, the bird song's keeping me entertained, and the cars are keeping me alert, and I've actually just got views of the mountains and the loch in front of me now, so it is improving gradually. Well, not too much further on this road now. Should be coming off left, just a little bit further down there, around the corner. Thought I'd just take a little rest here on this bench. So yeah, just under 5.5 miles to go, I believe. I'm just going to follow a track around the loch into Sligachan. I should get there about 3 o'clock, so tons and tons of time. I can see how people do this in sort of 4 or 5 days, but I don't know, man. If I should just enjoy it, just chill out. I'll have a look at the weather. If it's shocking tomorrow, maybe it would pay dividends carrying on today. Just go with the flow though. Well, I have come off the road section onto another road section. And that concludes the road section. Woo! There's a few slivery little paths along here, but I think I'm meant to be a little bit further up the hill. So I'm not sure if this one will join it as I get around the corner. Oh, it's actually quite hot, but I'm trying to get a wriggle on because every time I stop I get attacked. I don't know if they're midges, but they're definitely not birds and they've got wings, so biting insects of some sort. I have got that, but yeah, if I keep on moving they just leave me alone. So I think I'm only about 1.5 miles from the hotel now. So yeah, this section, when you get off the road, it's very thin path, just going through kind of a lot of overgrowth, past a couple of, well, quite a few streams. A little bit of undulation, but pretty decent. I'll give myself a good check when I get to the pub for ticks, I think. Because like I said, you have to walk through quite a bit of thick brush in parts, and there's plenty of sheep knocking around here. So straight ahead of me now, obviously got the black Cuillin. So as I come round, they'll be on my right, and then as you go into the glen, you've got the red Cuillin on your left, Marsco, etc. Black Cuillin, I believe, is it's only meant for experienced mountain walkers and climbers. Probably beyond my capabilities, although I'm not sure. You never know. But yeah, quite a serious set of peaks. The red Cuillin are more accessible to normal people, let's say. I'm actually thinking more and more now about using the campsite. I mean, I could be stingy, I could be tight with money, save myself however much it is, 15 quid, and probably walk on a mile and find somewhere to camp quite easily, but It would be nice. I haven't had a shower in 4 days. Despite my best attempts, stinky undies, stinky socks, stinky everything, to be honest. Yeah, I could wipe myself down with a dehydrated cotton towel or whatever and a bit of soap, but not like a shower, is there? So we'll have a look when we get there. It might be full anyway, so I might not get to make that decision myself. Could be taken for me. Oh dear, I need a pint. Well, I've got space for a tent and it's only £12.50, and they've got a taco truck at the end. So I'm going to take this, get the tent up, jump straight in the shower and go for a little wander over to the pub. Is there a better campsite in the UK? I doubt it. That's £12.50 well spent. £8 PM and I'm settled in for the night. Gave the pub a miss. Just gone and used the shower, hand washed a few bits and bobs, and used the taco truck, which was amazing. Absolutely incredible, that. So yeah, day 4. A little bit meh, to be honest. Obviously with that road walk. The finish point, emerging around the loch with the view of the Cuillin in front of you. That kind of made it a nice finish to the day. But yeah, maybe I can understand why people do say south to north's better in terms of scenery. Because, yeah, Kerrang, Trotness Ridge, the cliffs, that's hard to beat. But we'll see. We've got Glen Sligachan to do tomorrow. I think my lucky streak with the weather runs out tomorrow. It looks like it's going to piss it down all day. But you never know, the forecast's often not right here. So yeah, not decided where I'll end up tomorrow, but Camasunary, I think it is, Camasunary, and then maybe up towards Kilmarie. I think I said already, I'm not doing that coastal path to Elgol. Not going to go into reasons for that, I just don't fancy it. So yeah, I'll go up towards Kilmarie, and then I think it's Torrin, and then that's it after that, Broadford. But yeah, not sure how far I'll get tomorrow. We shall see. Morning. Forecast not looking good for today. Persistent rain everywhere all day. 55 to 60 mile per hour winds. And possible hail and thunder. Great. That's also coincided with the zip busting on the fly sheet. So trying to pull it closed last night, it's just completely pulled off. So I can't close the fly sheet door. The teeth aren't broken, so I can repair it, but it's impossible to get that back on. It's not like a normal zip. So I'll have to figure out what to do with that. At the moment, I'm just obviously staking it out, but I'll have to be very careful how I'm pitching the tent. Obviously with the door not into the direction facing the wind. I'll see what else I can do. Maybe mini carabiners on the bottom, or I've got some cable ties. We'll figure it out. There is also a Bothy
down at Camasunary, so could be an option. Never stayed in one anyway, so might be cool. But anyway, yeah, the wind is meant to be blowing southeast as well, which is pretty much right into my face, right down the glen. So yeah, it's going to be a bit grim, I think.
That's where we're off, into that. As soon as you get the tent down, it stops raining. I'm not complaining though. And we're off again. Heading down Glen Sligachan. The plan is to walk as far as the Bothy at Camasunary Bay. It is meant to clear by the time I get there, fingers crossed. So yeah, get to the Bothy and then suss out whether I carry on today or stay there. And stay there might even mean just putting the tent up there. So that would be a short day, only 10 miles. I'd prefer to crack on and do at least 15, but the forecast for tonight and the tent makes me feel a little bit nervous about doing that. It's not that windy now, but it is meant to pick right up tonight. There's a moment there where you come around the corner, you look behind you, nothingness except the Cuillin. You look in front of you, nothingness, and you're thinking, wow, this is a really remote place and you're out here all on your own. And then a guy walks around the corner with nothing more than a Morrison shopping bag. Well, I'm assuming this one's Blaven, Blue Mountain, I believe. Not sure if that's Gaelic or Nordic. We have Blee in England, don't we? In the Lake District, Blee is blue, Blar is blue, blue is blue. So I think we're just coming to the fork in the path, right for the alternative, and left or straight on if you like, just straight down to the bay. But I'm carrying on. No rain for about, well, more or less since I set off, which is nice, and we're getting patches of sunlight as well, so banging. I'm at the end of the lock section, so it's not too far to the Bothy now. That'll be 10 miles, I think. So I've been umming and ahhing all the way down here about what to do tonight. Still not decided. I'll wait till I get to the Bothy, as I think I've probably already said. I'm thinking about the pros and the cons, so let's start with the pros. The weather is meant to be pretty nice this afternoon, and this location in Bothy is meant to be stunning. So if it is, lap it up. You know, I'm probably never going to be here again ever in my life. So that's one. Two, I've never stayed at a Bothy, so that's kind of one of those, not a bucket list thing, but something I can say I've done. You know, had that experience. The other one, massive one, I know I've got shelter. Ouch. I know I've got shelter from the wind tonight and the rain tonight. So they're three pretty big pros. Cons are, I'm going to get there pretty early. 10 mile doesn't feel like I've really pushed myself, to be fair. I whizzed through here. And another con, well, I want to finish tomorrow, so that just means it's a long day tomorrow in bad weather, but 20 miles, it's not too bad, is it? So, leaning towards staying there. Like I say, a 20-mile walk, even in bad weather, not really. My bag's going to be as light as it's been for the whole duration, because obviously I've got less food. I mean, I might regret it if I set up in this Bothy and 5 hairy-arsed Germans walk in, mightn't I? But what can you do about that? I've just read the Walk Highlands route description, and it's saying that the Bothy, the old one, was at the far end over there, presumably over there. This is somebody's house, and the new Bothy's beyond it, so I should be able to see that when I just come around the corner here. Okay, well, there is plenty of room, and there isn't 5 hairy-arsed Germans. There's 4 Germans. I don't think any of them are hairy-arsed though. They seem like quite nice people. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite breezy. I just don't trust this tent. If I knew where I was going in terms of somewhere to get shelter, I'd risk it for a biscuit, but I don't trust it in its current state. This is what sleeping in a Bothy is like, so it's very difficult. As you can see, food's pretty scarce. You've only got a selection of, what have you got? Pasta?
I've got pasta and kale and cheese.
Okay.
And then some hummus. And a lovely salad.
Great, well, yeah, I think you'll live. Well, I just thought I'd come out of the Bothy for a little bit of peace and solitude. Very busy in there now. I would say 10 people. I think I'm the only person from the UK. We've got Canadian, Finnish, Dutch, Belgian and German. But all really nice people, all really cool. Just been chewing the fat with them. But yeah, it's going to be a snug getting my head down tonight. I am glad I've done this though. It's a new experience for me. There's a guy over there, he's carried on, he came in and he had to, well, he could have stayed to be fair, but he obviously didn't like the fact it was dead busy. But yeah, my tent he wouldn't have put up with this tonight, I don't think. Oh. I'm having fun though, and that's the main thing. Wicked. I'm actually quite glad it's really busy as well, because the only thing that I was sort of a bit self-conscious about was potentially snoring, you know, with being an old get. But now if I do snore, I can just blame it on somebody else. Amazing. Oh, I love this sound. Howling. What a place, man. Woo! Regretting eating kebab stew with chili jerky now. I'll dig a hole if I need to go. Imagine sitting on the toilet though with that view. Too much info? Right, well that's me leaving the Bothy, 7 AM. It was so busy in there last night, but remarkably quiet, and the best sleep I've probably had since I've been here. I was in bed by 9:30 and up at 5:30. So yeah, interesting experience, glad I did it. But anyway, my plan is to walk all the way to Broadford today, which people are telling me doesn't sound feasible, but 21 miles, maybe about 9.5 hours according to the Garmin. It is going to rain all day, so could slow me down, but we'll give it a try anyway. And if you're doing the diversion and not going along the sketchy cliff path to Elgol, you would come back on yourself and you're heading for, well, you can't see it now, but there's a waterfall just across here. So there's kind of a track, so I'm assuming up and over here. It's not advised to do that path. Well, some people advise not to do it at all. There has been fatalities, but it's definitely not advised to do it if it's wet, which obviously it is, but I think even if it was dry I wouldn't do it. I don't fancy it. If the audio's not so good today, probably not going to be using the mic very much, just because of the rain. Also can't be arsed taking it out every 2 minutes. Right, I think I'm almost at the top of this ascent, though probably not, as usually is the case. If it stays like this all day with no respite, I might actually consider cutting across a bit and missing another little bit out. Well, actually, I think the route would then become 16 miles instead of 22. So yeah, I'm not a sadomasochist. Don't want to be out in this for 10 hours today. 6 or 7 would do. Literally back on the road. Not sure how long for. I think all the way to Torrin. Actually looks like I can come off here. Footpath. Don't know why I did that. Hopefully this mic's working and you can see me. So I've checked the forecast. It's about 9 AM now and it's saying heavy rain until 2 PM. So what's that, 5 hours? It's heavy rain until 2, then light rain, then light rain. And I don't think it's zero precipitation until about 7 or 8 tonight. Look at this shit. So at this point, I'd be better off on the road, man. At this point it feels like it's more about endurance than enjoyment, so I'm definitely cutting out the section after Torrin. It's just about getting to the end point back in Broadford now. Well, honestly, this is just grim, man. Path's terrible. It's not even a path, it's just a stream. I've slipped about 6 times. Not gone down yet. The only saving grace is that the rain's at my back and not into my face. The one and only positive, but yeah, look at it. The odd thing is, when I finish this, it might end up being the most memorable part for different reasons. But you're in Scotland, you're on Skye, you've got to have a day like this, haven't you? At least one. I've been really fortunate to have, well, 4 cracking days, to be fair, by Scotland standards, and that was they were on the hardest sections as well, so I feel really lucky. And I forgot yesterday as well, even though that was forecast to be raining all day, none that I recall. Absolutely stunning coming down that glen. So of the, how many days, this will be my sixth day of walking, and this is the only shitty day of weather, so I'll take that all day long, man. I think it was the great philosopher and thinker Madonna who said, beauty's where you find it. And this is beautiful. A nice change. Fucking hell. I'm on stage 6 now. Torrin just appears to be over there. And then you'd have stage 7, which I think is Torrin to Broadford. So if I miss out some of it, I guess it's going to be stage 7. But like I said, it's only going to be, well, I'm saying only 6 miles. 6 miles is a lot on a day like today, although I have got a break at the moment. I believe, actually, there might be some sort of food van near Torrin. There's definitely there's definitely somewhere that sells cakes and coffee. Whether it's open or not is another story. I can't quite remember whereabouts it is, but that'd be nice. I don't know if you can sit down inside it or anything like that, but if you can, I'll reevaluate and maybe I'll push myself to do the full thing. I thought I had to cross a river then. Bridge there, marvellous. I can see the little coffee truck or food truck or whatever just over there. It's 11 a.m. now, or just short of 11 a.m. Is it going to be open? What are we saying? No sign of life? Come on. No joy. I don't feel so pretty now about using the facilities in Portree and Sligachan. Take what you can whilst you can. Well, that place was an absolute oasis. P&M soup, coffee and a sausage roll. That'll power me on. So I was speaking to the owners who were from Halifax in Yorkshire, near me, bizarrely. And they were saying it's 12 miles if I go the long way, and it's 7 if I do this sort of shortcut. I asked them if it was worth it. It is like the old clearances down there, and they said not really, so 7 miles it is. Only got about 4.5 miles to go now. So I'm in a bit of a contemplative mood, thinking about the last 5 or 6 days, whatever it's been. Would I have done anything different, etc.? I don't think so. Probably after day 4 when I stayed at Sligachan campsite, I should have pushed on because I don't know, 13 miles that day. Set off at 11, finished at 3. I could have just walked on for another 2 or 3 hours and camped somewhere awesome in the valley, but I'm not really sure why I did that. I guess I just thought, take the opportunity to use the facilities or whatever. So there's that. And then I've not really pushed myself that much, really. I mean, today will be 15 miles and that's nothing. I kind of psyched myself up, or steeled myself for day 2, the Torrin Ridge. And once I'd done that, which I found, well, not easy, but it weren't particularly challenging. I didn't suffer at all on that. Good weather, I may add. So once that was out of the way, I'm kind of like just thought, just take your time, really. But would I recommend it? Absolutely. Just stunning. How would I compare it to the West Highland Way? Better or worse? Well, different. A bit more challenging in terms of navigation, etc. I genuinely don't think I've seen one single sign or notice saying Skye Trail. They just don't exist. Obviously different landscape and scenery to the West Highland Way as well. You know, the cliff walking with the views of the sea and the mountains in the distance, unreal. Torrin Ridge, I don't think there's anywhere else like that I can think of in the UK. And the Kerrang, so unique. So yeah, highly recommend it. If you can do the West Highland Way, you can do this. I was looking at the Walk Highlands guide and the Skye Trail's got a difficulty rating of a 4. I think West Highland Way is 3, but Cape Wrath Trail's a 4 as well. There's no way the Skye Trail's as difficult as the Cape Wrath. I haven't done it, but I'm just sure it wouldn't be. That's 2 weeks, that. Maybe that's my next one. But yeah, get yourself a GPS watch and your phone and a paper map as backup, and I'm sure you'd be absolutely fine. The thing we're doing this north to south, and I'll just say how it is, there's no BS with me, you're not going to have some kind of epic finale. I don't even think there's anywhere to signify that you've finished it. But what you do have is a pub and a co-op and a distillery, a pizza place and a fish and chip shop. So choose your own option. South north, you know, finishing up at that lookout, that would be special, but once that camera stopped rolling, I'd have been sat there for 3 or 4 hours probably, doing now, probably getting piss wet through, waiting for a bus, so this'll do for me. Final mile now, so ready to wrap up. If you've made it this far, well, thank you very much. I hope you've got something from it. I hope you've enjoyed some of the scenery. The camera never does it justice, but you know, get up here and see it for yourself. I guarantee you'll absolutely love it. So anyway, yeah, if you've watched, thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you on the next one.